Hello there, juniors. Welcome back for Mr. Charlton's week 5 agenda. So you can see what we got going on for this week. Um, one thing happening this week is that starting Friday, you have a 4-day weekend. It's for President's Day, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln's birthdays, which are national holidays. So the way Castle Park does it is we give you the Friday off this week, we give you the Monday off next week, which turns you into a 4-day weekend. So there are only 4 days of school this week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. As far as the schedule goes, it should be as it typically is. Monday and Wednesday are 1-3-5. Tuesday, Thursday is 2-4-6. So no real changes there. So I will see all of you on Monday for a quick check-in. We will have our class together on Wednesday. Definitely make sure you come to that. Other thing that's happening this week, because of the shortened week and the shortened week next week, what I've decided to do is that for your Cornell notes, questions, and summary, I'm going to combine this week and next week together. So you're going to have one set of questions and summary for week 5 and 6 combined. So that means you could do the questions and summary from the stuff you learned this week, and then you got nothing for next week. Or you could hold off this week and do them next week, or you could wait till next week and kind of take some from week 5 and some from week 6. It's totally up to you. I'm just doing one set for the next 2 weeks. Okay. And I'll explain that to you on Wednesday as well. All right, let's take a look at what else we got going on in AVID this week. So in the notebook, we're in week 5. Like I said, Cornell notes, the weeks 5 and 6 are going to be combined into one set. So you could do them this week, or you can wait till next week, totally up to you, but they're not, you don't have to turn them in this week. You do another screenshot. You're going to update your grade log for this week. So last week you went in and you changed it to you went to week 4, and you put in your grades and your percents, your letter grades and your percents on each class, and calculated GPA and made some notes. You're going to do the exact same thing, only now you're going to do it for week 5. There may not be too much difference in your grades because it's only been 1 week. Maybe a teacher hasn't graded things yet, or whatever the case. That's fine. Just still record what it is you have in Jupyter. It's to make sure that you're staying on top of your grades, and that's the most important part. So take a screenshot of that, turn that in when you're done with that. Like I said, Cornell notes. And then the only other thing this week is we're going to be making a checklist, okay? And so I would like for you to make this on a digital file, whether you want to do it in Google Docs or you want to do it in Microsoft 365 Word. It's totally up to you where you want to do it, but I'd like you to type this up. If you can't type it up for any reason, let me know. You can do it on paper, but it'd be better if it was typed up. Just got to practice those computer skills. So I show you kind of what I'm looking at. You got a heading, you got a title, and then you're going to make a checklist. So what am I going to put in the checklist, you might ask? Okay. So I give you the downloadable version here, but I also took pictures of it down below. There is this college planning checklist that the College Board puts out for 11th grade. And so it basically is a checklist to make sure you're doing everything you need to do as an 11th grader so that you're ready for college and college applications that are going to be starting. The college application window usually opens around September, but you want to be ready to go by then. So we start discussing it the moment you come back next year as a senior. So we come back in July, hopefully. We'll see how coronavirus goes. And then that's the first thing we do in AVID in 12th grade is sit down. What colleges are you actually applying to? What's the process? I make sure to walk you through the 3 different formats for applying to college, so you're familiar with those. We'll be doing those this year too. And then we start filling those out. And if you caught us from the seniors when they were doing this earlier in the year, I really back off with AVID at that time. AVID to me is really gearing you towards college. So the number one thing students always tell me they need more of when it comes to college applications is time. And so I back off in July, August, and September just to be there, to give you support, to help you fill those things out. But what should you be doing right now? Well, some of the things you're doing, like your personal statements and scholarships, that's all good stuff. But what are the other stuff? So there's a college planning list here. And so what it does is it breaks it down by fall, which was last fall, winter, which you're in the middle of right now, spring, which is coming, and then this coming summer. And so it's got a series of things that it wants you to make sure you do. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Not everything on here is applicable. Let me give you an example. If you go to fall, it says, at school, speak with your counselor about taking the PSAT. Okay, so here's the deal. With coronavirus going on, they've pretty much shut down most of the SAT testing. And so colleges right now aren't requiring SAT testing. Now, when you make your checklist, I still want you to add that to that checklist, okay? Even if it's not looking like it's gonna work, or even if you read something and it says like, you know, you read it and you go, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Still, put it on your checklist. I want you to be aware of all these things that are recommended for you, even if you don't feel like it applies. So what are you doing? So you go to your document, you'll put this little title says fall, and you'll go reading each of these checklists, and you should summarize it or paraphrase it into something that you can remember. So like, for instance, if you want to zoom in on this one, it says, start with you. Make a list of your abilities, your social and cultural preferences, personal qualities, and list things you may want to study and do in college. Okay, so I summarize that into, make a list of your abilities, qualities, and preferences. What do you think you want to study in college? Okay, now, did we do that? Yes, we did. Actually, last fall, I don't know if you remember, we started looking at like, on that Big Future website, we're looking at like things that you're interested in, kinds of colleges you're interested in. Does religion matter to you? Does sports matter to you? Does Greek life matter to you? Does the size of the school matter to you? Does its location matter to you? Remember we talked about all that stuff? So we kind of already did that. And so you can check that one off right now. As far as this assignment goes, I want you to make this anyway. Even though this is stuff you should have already done, I want you to make this list. Okay, so then you go to the next one. It says learn about colleges. Look at their websites and find colleges at bigfuturecollegeboard.org/college search. Try to talk to friends, family members, teachers, and recent grads of your school now in college. List the college features that interest you. Okay, so then I said, research colleges, develop a preliminary list. So I summarize that in my own words. Again, we've already done that. You did that report back in October. So you're going to take each of these bullet points and you're going to turn them into words that make sense for you. And so you're going to have one section for fall, like I did right here. But then you're going to make a section for winter. You're going to make a section for spring. You're going to make a section for summer. And that way you are good to go as far as I know what I was supposed to be doing. On Wednesday, you and I are going to talk and we're going to run through this list and make sure that we're clear on it. And if there's anything you don't know, or you don't know those words, or you don't know what it's talking about, I want to clear that stuff up for you right away. Because you may be like, do I need to do that or not? Like, for instance, if you look at this summer, register with the National Collegiate Athletic Association eligibility center. Okay, you might be like, wait, I got to register with the NCAA? But that's only if you're planning to be an athlete and try and get like an athletic scholarship to one of these colleges, which you might. We have a couple students who are looking at that right now. But if you're like, no, I don't play sports, I'm not doing that, then you probably are not going to do that. But I still want you to make a bullet point for this. It's still a checkbox for this, because again, it's just good to know that you check this off and you know that I should or should not have done that. Okay. All right, like I said, we'll talk about these more on Wednesday. If you can get this done before Wednesday, that will make our discussion on Wednesday a lot better, but I understand if you are not able to. I'll try to remind you on Monday too. Okay, so you're making a checklist like this for fall, winter, spring, and summer. You are possibly starting your chrono notes, although you don't have to. And you are updating your grade log and taking a screenshot. So those are your 3 assignments for this week. Don't forget to come on Monday, and I will see all of you Monday, but I will definitely talk to you on Wednesday. All right, have a good one.